Okay, you guys. So your uncle is back from my travels. I had a great time with the bunch of social media influencers. I was out of town on an invite from them, so that's the reason why I wasn't putting out much content and that I was away from my charts quite a bit. But I am back, and so I can't wait to start recording again for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. First of all, my team did very, very well. I showed you guys what on the thumbnail. You guys can check that out of all the live, the Forex trades, the oil and silver, and so forth and so forth. And also for those who are in my trade alerts for the future Asian session, but it's really not Asian session anymore since we're not meeting during Asian session. I can send trades out whenever I want to now. So even with me having a short week because I had to travel out of town to be a special guest speaker at an event, um, with some very nice social media influencers. Before I left, I still sent out one, two, three, four, five, six trades. And out of the six trades, one was a break even. This was our first break even trade, I think. But either way it goes, other than that, we have five winners. So we're going on number 13, 2 weeks in a row, 13 trades with 100% wins. So 2 weeks, 100% win rate. And this is these are old trades when we first started the group, 7 losses. I got rid of certain pairs that I stopped trading for a period. I just got some. They're just not rhythmic with my trading style. And once I did that, you can see 37 wins versus 7 losses since we started this a little while ago. And that's, I think, about maybe 2 or 3 months ago or something like that, 2 months ago. Something like that. I forgot when we started this, but yeah, I think it's like 2 months, 2 or 3 months ago, something like that. And within that 2 or 3 months, 34 wins, only 7 losses. And over the last 2 weeks, we have a 100% win rate, not 1 week, but twice. Okay. So that's really happy. I'm happy for you guys. Now, let's get to work. The one thing I want to show you guys before I go through all the different pairs and go through the news this week, for those who like trading the trends, you got to go to the 4 hour time frame or the 1 hour time frame and see, okay, which ones tend to trend extremely well. Once you find that, I'm going to tell you guys the best trading system if you're going to use any of my trading systems for trend trading. Boom, get that ocean wave. It's nothing like it because it will tell you what you need to know. Look at this. This told you way back here. It flipped the script and told you when to get in. That's over 249 pips at its peak. But if you just stayed in it, green, 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 and now it's at the neutral, you can see it turn neutral right here before price action began to drop below, okay, below the neutral zone. So it told you all the way up here, and all you had to do is if you entered here as price was moving up here, you see these little waves, you just move your stop loss underneath the wave. See, just follow the wave, follow the wave, follow the wave. Now you may have gotten stopped out up here because you can see that a news event happened and it poked it out, but you still would have been up 135 pips even with this one little spike candle. The next spike candle didn't happen until way up here. Okay. Now, the other thing is when I'm moving my stop up, I don't have it too tight anyway. Keeping it back here would have been nice, but either way it goes, you would have made some money on those type of trades. So I just want to bring that to your attention. For those who like trading the trends, the trend is your friend if you know when to get in. Okay. So that's where the ocean wave will come in. It can tell you exactly when you need to get in. And checking on the 1 hour or 4 hour is the best opportunities to check for trend trades. See, this is not a trend trade. See how it's all up and down? That's not a trend trade. This is definitely not a trend trade. Nothing there that I see. And I am looking for setups, by the way, as I'm showing you guys this. Now, I'm going to be focused on the JPY pairs personally myself because they finally had some softening that happened on the week. That's the 5 minute chart. That's the 15 minute. And you can see there was some softening that began to happen right up in the sell zone right here. So once that began to happen, price action actually respected it. Okay. However, knowing what price action does normally on Sunday going into Monday, it will try to resume back into the trend. So I wouldn't be surprised if it comes back up and try to retest this top. So that's what I would be looking for. Same thing here is just for a retest back to the top. If it retests this back to the top, then we get another sell arrow on the 15-minute, I'll be surely happy to do that. Now, another pair that trends very well is the JPY, Swiss JPY. You can see when it comes down very, very nicely. When it goes up nicely. And look at what we have here on the 1 hour time frame. We do have a break to the downside. Again, I'm not going to hop right in on the sell because I know that the market tends to like it to resume into the trend. So I'm expecting a pullback first. And if during the midweek or sometime later we get a retest and then we still see another softening up here and we get another sell arrow on the 15 minutes hand to the downside, or even a pullback right to this level to create a head and shoulders or something. I just want to pull back first. Okay. I just want that pull back first. I don't want to hop in just because this is a sell candle. I want to wait for a pullback to retest these levels somewhere up in this range. Let me get a retest. I do see the M pattern. For those who do know the market makers method, I know all that. That's great. So let me get a retest back to here, and that will be at the 195.101 or 195.100 area, somewhere up in this range. Give me a pullback and then another confirmation of some sort that you want to continue, and there we go. But going back to the ocean wave, as I told you, this is another pair. Look at this. It told you way back here. Way back here, it told you to get in. Way back here. It went into the neutral zone. After that, it came up and boom. Look at there. To this level on Friday, you would have been up 341 pips on that one trade alone. So the AND, AUD, NZD, and the Swiss JPY, CHF JPY are two of the best trend trading pairs that you can actually have in your roster if you choose to want to be a trend trader. And do not use the simplicity system for that. In my opinion, I designed it, so I'm telling you, don't use it for that. If you're going to be that trend trader, you want to use the ocean wave system. Get the ocean wave, and there's only a few pairs that really trade strong. But what happens is you only need a few trades, few good pairs to trade on for the trend ride to ride the trend out. See, here goes another one. Look at this, very, very beautiful. Let's go over here, ocean wave. And look at there. It told you right here. Okay. It started getting choppy. See how it went sideways, got choppy. And when it did a breakout, there it was right there. That's the 30-minute. Let's go to the 1 hour. 1 hour is much cleaner. You can see when it was in the buy, boom, 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 boom. You hold it to the blue right there. Okay. And you would have been good. Okay. Then it broke out a little bit more. And now it went to the downside and it told you when to get in. Right here is where it told you to get in from the sell. And that would have been another 70 pips. So again, it's just find the pairs that you think, and you can back test it. You can see right here, you can just simply back test it and say, okay, which ones are trending well, and that's the ones I want to use this for. Okay, it's up and down, kind of choppy, but you guys get the point. By the way, I'm still looking for setups. Now, here's again another JPY pair, Euro JPY. I am expecting this to pull back up and then do a dippity dip on the long term because you see they retesting. But just because it's up here doesn't mean it's guaranteed. So what happens is liquidity grabbers will push the price up and sometimes poke it through to break out and take all the salespeople who's sitting up here with those sales and their stop losses. So be very careful. Just wait for your confirmations. Now, I seen on Friday that the dollar started, it was in an uptrend, a nice little uptrend. Let's go to the ocean wave. You'll see it. See, nice little uptrend. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful uptrend. Okay, I see it. However, it's starting to slow down. And so therefore, right here, you got your M pattern. I see that strong resistance on a higher time frame reflection. That's how I got mine set up. These zones and my daily dot and these barriers here are the 4-hour barriers. So it's showing me that on the 4-hour, it is still showing some resistance. So right here on the 1 hour time frame, where were we? I'm sorry. 4-hour time frame, the entire 4-hour time frame is still saying we're in a downtrend, but I still expect this to again to do what the markets normally do, which is to give a strong pullback first. Okay, why? Because the original trend was up, so they treat this as a normal pullback, and then it continues back up. So don't try to hop in and try to quickly sell. You're going to get your head peeled. Okay, so I don't see anything worthwhile there, or there. I don't see anything worthwhile here. I don't see anything worthwhile there or here or here. Nothing there. This might pull back first and then shoot up, but nothing yet. See, you just go through these and just say what's worthwhile. Look at that. That was beautiful. Oh, Swissy. Ooh, USD Swissy. See the CHF pair. It's just smooth. It's really nice and smooth. Okay. Here's what USD CAD. Truth be told, I don't like this for a buy, although it can go up for a buy. But again, see that 30. Look at that. That was telling you, hey, get out of there. So wop 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 wop. So I don't know, man. I don't like it for where it is. So I don't see anything worthwhile from my perspective. USD JPY. Again, this is doing a judo chop chop, and I'll show you what it did the last time. See this judo chop chop, and then it dropped, but it's just choppy and sloppy. So it's not a pretty pair to trade. So if you're going to trade the JPY pairs, I would pick one of these other ones, to be honest with you, ones that won't give you much headache. Okay, let's see. That was the CAD JPY, except for we got to get to news. Swiss JPY would be the main one. Euro JPY might be a good target for another. So, just pick something that's smooth. That's all I can tell you. Now, let's get to the news, the news, the news. The news is going to have problems this week, okay? I will tell you that much. Not as bad as before, as last week, but we still got some news events that we do have to pay attention to, okay? So let's get into that right here. CAD is having their inflation numbers on Monday. GBP is inflation numbers. USD has the FOMC minutes on Wednesday, and this is not to say they're going to change interest rates or whatever, but this is where the market tries to listen for clues to see what the market is talking about, what they potentially might do in the future. Then you have the jobless claim numbers coming out on Thursday, and finally the JPY with inflation. So the main thing, the main theme of this week for several pairs is inflation, inflation, inflation. Right here, jobless claims, and FOMC minutes. Okay, so take a quick snapshot of that. Okay, you can pause the video, snapshot that, and have it on your roster so you know what to expect for the week. Now, the other thing is, Miss Jenny has her US 30 copier, trade copier software, and it's so if you're part of the US 30, you should have seen a big blast of profits, even in a choppy market. Dr. Paisley or Dr. Elvis, he made big moves on the oil and silver markets. As you can see, the Forex market is choppy. We squeezed out some wins, but not much, not like we normally would. But again, at least we won something because the market was really choppy and sloppy. And again, I showed you that we were for the future accession services that we were 100% win rate. So let me pull up the website just in case you're interested. If not, then just went over what I saw. So that you guys can be at least prepared to notice what's going on in the markets. But if you want to be part of the live trading session with Ms. Jenny, click right here to Futrix, and it'll take you to our Futrix website. So again, guys, right here, if you want to be trading live in the New York session with Ms. Jenny, you click here. If you want my trades that I personally take, and again, guys, I know it says the Asian session, which I need to change the name of this because it's not really the Asian session anymore. But basically, this is the my personal trades from my Telegram group, from my group, and it can come out during the New York. It can come out any time of the day because I'm just looking for good setups since we're not personally meeting during the Asian session. So if you want my personal trades, that's there. That's that. Now, let's say you want to go and join the copycat, then you just go right here to the copycat and click right here. And it'll take you right to our super easy copycat website. Okay, and I'm using a different browser, so yours won't show that protect the community crap, whatever that is. I don't know why that's showing up on the website. Well, I do know it's a different browser that I'm using. I need to pull up a different browser. Anyway, that's that. Okay, so either way it goes, if you guys want to really just do good and join us, help yourself, it's right there. Okay. It's right there. Okay. All right. Peace and hair grease, guys. Have a good one. And I'm going to get me some sleep. I literally just got off the plane. This is showing some of my old videos and stuff from my YouTube channel. So, yeah, this browser, there's something wrong with the browser. I do apologize for that, guys. I'll use a different browser in the future. It's DuckDuckGo, I think it is, or DuckDuckGo, or one of them new browsers that I'm trying to use, but it's not, I don't like it. So, but that's a different story. Anyway, I'm tired. I just got off the plane, literally flew back in from the event, and I'm finna go get me some shut eye. It's like 2:40 in the morning when I'm recording this. So whenever you guys see it, you'll see it. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm gonna get some sleep. See you this week. Bye.